Hi, everybody. So I just wanted to tell my story so far with Lyme disease. I started getting sick in June of 2013, and it's now May 2014. And I just wanted to, just go over my story because I know I personally I feel alone having this, and it makes me feel better to do research and watch other people's videos of what they're going through, what medication they were on, and how their journey has been so far. So, anyways, I started feeling sick in June. I was having dizzy spells, anxiety, um, and wasn't really sure what the heck was going on. I kind of just ignored it, and then it got progressively worse where I was having aches and pains all over my body, especially my neck and my back and my shoulders and in my legs. And I was having twitching in my legs. And then the extreme fatigue. I was a person who went out all the time, you know, out to dinner, out with my friends, bowling, to concerts, always doing activities, working out all the time, to not being able to do anything. Like I would sweep the kitchen floor and have to lay down for the rest of the day. I was exhausted. And then I had I still have blurred vision, and almost like I'm in a fog. Things just don't look right to me. It's hard for me to focus on things. It's hard for me to drive. I'm actually scared to drive. I don't leave like my, town. Um, and so I saw my primary care. They ran a bunch of tests for, mono, my vitamin levels. If, um, they did like an MRI for like my brain, if I had anything on my brain for like MS. I saw neurologists, an ear, nose, and throat specialist. I saw a bunch of people, and they couldn't find anything wrong. And I know in this time my doctor did run a Lyme test, a Western blot, which they said was negative, and I'm not sure, how many bands on the Western blot I had. They never told me. They just said that it was negative. So I kept, trying to figure out what the heck was going on. I went to the ER twice. They couldn't help me. And then finally I switched primary care physicians, and right away she said, I think that you have Lyme disease. And I said, well, I had a negative test. And she said, well, sometimes it can come back negative, but you still have it. So I was sent to a specialist, and they ran blood work and found that I had 3 out of 5 bands in the Western blot. I had a positive Lyme antibody. I have Babesia, which is another tick infection, and along with a strain of Borrelia. I'm not sure what the proper term for it is. But she then put me on, I think it was 10 days of azithromycin, and that did absolutely nothing. And then I forgot to mention before this, my primary care did put me on 30 days of doxycycline before I saw the specialist, and that didn't help either. And so then the next step was the IV treatment with the PICC line, ceftriaxone, for 4 weeks. And I was scared to do it, but I ended up doing it, and it was actually stretched out to 5 weeks. And I was feeling better, and I was like, okay, great, I'm doing well. I was able to do more things during the day, and then all of a sudden I started having an allergic reaction to the medication, like a burning, tingling sensation all over my body, and my stomach was hurting me, and my back was hurting me. So they did an ultrasound, and they saw that I had sludging of my gallbladder. I guess that happens with the ceftriaxone. You can get gallstones. So I ended up going off of that, and then I switched to another specialist because the specialist that put me on ceftriaxone was like, basically, there's nothing else we can do for you. So the specialist that I'm seeing now, which is, I think I went to see him about a week and a half ago, he told me that ceftriaxone, the IV, would have never cured me. It would just diminish my symptoms, but then they would have come back anyways. So now I'm on 4 months of antibiotics, and I have to wait and see, how that goes. So right now I feel pretty crappy. I feel the same. The medicine hasn't kicked in yet, but I'm going to give it time. But it would be great for anybody on here if they would like to comment, let me know their story, what medication they've used, if they feel any better, because I just feel hopeless. Like I'm not going to get better, and I try to have a positive outlook, but it's very hard sometimes. So any success stories would be great and very much appreciated. And thanks for listening.